Gangstar foundation to treat. We branched all shine. I just waited our chance to blast off. Year rounds in possession of Black Poet, Nick Khalil, the NYGs. I'm making diamonds out of pressure. My pipes are intact. Don't believe me? Action. Pointing back to the track. These recordings be important and responsible for drama like Sarah Palin, Joe Biden, McCain, and Obama.
Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, two ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system. Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, two ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system.
NYG.
They said New York fell off. Who bringing New York back? I'm like, where we went? What part the game is that? We've been here the whole time, anxiously waiting. And the streets paper chase, supreme testing our patience. Now stop the presses. Listen up, this is not a lecture. More like a message with a flow that's as hot as peppers. Pop the only way you can stop this villain. I'm sick with it, couldn't with amoxicillin. I've been the illest, this ill kid, Operation Red. Though I never contemplated that. Then that's a wrap, turn your pages to 03. Chapter NYG's, Panches my code D. No iron team, homie, picture me solo. See what happened to Tony, what he did to Manolo. Here go that New York Giant, back on it again. Seen with Wolverines and they wasn't from Michigan. Y'all listening, y'all can hear a lyrical street. In the Carter's Raw Dens. Rap don't work, find us in Tennessee. Looking for bucks, see if they still
NYG.
We appeal to those that feel.
Practice freedom of speech and refuse to hold back. Hey, what you say?
NYG.
We appeal to those that feel.
Practice freedom of speech and refuse to hold back. Hey, what you say?
NYG.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K.
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. And with the road trip approaching, the Heat will play their final game of their homestand. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta. The guys, they got swept in last year's series, and you know that's the first and foremost thing in their minds as they look to turn the tables this time around.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kyle Korver. And it's Cephalosha in at the small forward.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
On defense, the Hawks, they defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumping.
So it's Miami now after the basket by Atlanta. That's good.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
Picked by Horford. Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Schroeder kicks to Horford. Feeds it to Cephalosha. Shot clock at 6. Here's Millsap, and there's the 3-second violation. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Wade outside. Pass to Whiteside. Knocks it down with both hands.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
Now here's Schroeder. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Charlotte. Picked by Horford. And the pass to Millsap. And it's Wade with the rebound. The Heat have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Outside, Dragic. Over to the wing. Winslow kicks to Whiteside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Dragic comes with the double team. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded by Dragic. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are the jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
Now here's Wade. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And a gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. On for Coach Budenholzer, Greg. He did spend 19 years with the Spurs, so it makes a lot of sense. Clarkie won 4 titles during his time there in San Antonio.
And Kevin, you can really see how he's adapted and brought the motion offense over to this team, and it's worked well for the Hawks.
Atlanta again missing. Here's Miami now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Dragic kicks to Winslow. Right side Bosch. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
The better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Now here's Schroeder. Puts it up from 12. Millsap a screen. Just 5 on the clock. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. No luck. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Schroeder passes to Korver. It's stolen by Wade. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. There's Winslow. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's Schroeder. The Heat getting the bucket. From 10 feet out, Korver gets a wide-open look. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Well, a word you'll hear in the NBA these days is gravity. Property of great shooters to draw defenders out and space the floor. A few players with more gravitational pull, I guess you could say, than Kyle Korver.
Yeah, he commands a lot of defensive attention, actually superstar level attention.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And Korver always moving offensively, not just to run off screens, but to set screens himself. I mean, he's a master at working off the ball to create offense for himself and others.
And a new group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Luol Deng is checked in for Winslow. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitter is checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Kent Bazemore is checked in for Cephalosha. And it's Teague for Dennis Schroeder. Now here's Deng. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Houston.
And, you know, Kyle Korver's also getting better with the ball in his hands. I mean, when he catches the ball coming off the screen, he's always a legitimate triple threat. But not just as a shooter. He's become a very good passer, knowing that defenses are running out at him. And then also, he's been able to attack and use that little floater in the lane at times.
Wade dishes to Stoudemire. Deng goes in. Johnson outside. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Hawks trail by 6. Left side, Scott. A baseline J. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. Scott's got his first bucket of the night. The Heat have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Johnson, a wide open look. It's good from long range. Johnson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Teague against Johnson. And here is Teague. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Wade slams it in.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
And a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
You know, our attitude approaching the game has been, you know, we can beat any team in this league.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce in some cases or even overproduce?
You do, but really it is about attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the two elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a roll. They call it getting your swag on. Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Here's Bosh. Horford with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 9. T kicks to Cephalosha. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Cephalosha's got his first 3 points of the game. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Riley, Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Scott with a screen on Dragic. Kicks to Horford. Cannot hit. Bosh with some nice D. Miami leading by 6. Johnson, the pass to Dragic. Johnson outside. Takes a 3. Johnson can't hit.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Horford gets the bucket.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Johnson in the corner. Outside Dang. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. The Hawks trail by 6. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. It's stolen by Dragic. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded by Dragic. Horford with the screen on Dragic. 6 to shoot. Schroeder kicks to Horford. The 3. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from T.
And Horford, guys, is so dangerous in that pick and roll because he's athletic enough to roll to the rim and finish in traffic, but he can also pick and pop for the mid-range jumper. Puts a lot of pressure on opposing defense.
And some changes here for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Johnson. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Tyler Johnson. Chris Humphries has checked in for Atlanta. Millsap comes in for Cephalosha. Horford sets a screen for T. Horford no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded by Dragic. Out to the wing. Here's Horford. Again, the miss by Horford. The Heat leading by 5. Here's Wade. And it's Humphries with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Now Schroeder. Picked by Humphries. Schroeder kicks to Humphries.
And for Chris Humphries, last year was a chance to sign with a playoff contender. The Wizards turned out to be even more than that, with the 4th best record in the East. And Humphries helped them to get there, averaging about 6.5 boards per game.
And Miami making a change here. Stoudemire's checked in. Then for the Hawks, Ken Bazemore comes in for Al Horford. And it's Korver in for Dennis Schroeder.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Wade dishes to Stoudemire. Pass to Wade. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 4 assists now tonight. Getting back to Humphries, he was rolling pretty good last season, but a late season groin injury, Clark, cost him the final 16 games.
Yeah, terribly disappointing for Chris because he had become an important part of that front court rotation. He was up to almost 20 minutes a game before he went down.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Millsap against Stoudemire. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former second-round pick, was kind of slept on, but now clearly making his mark in the NBA.
Splitters checked in for Atlanta. Second free throw, no good. Greg, you were talking about Millsap's ferocious rebounding. He battles inside, but Clark, he is so skilled.
Yeah, he's just really a good all-around basketball player. He can pass, handle, step out, and hit the 3. Very, very versatile. He makes an impact on the game a lot of ways.
I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's put a no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his.
To the left wing. Stoudemire against Millsap. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Throwing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Paul Millsap picks one up. Miami shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
And the first one at the line is good. Johnson, he's checked in for Goran Dragic. And both free throws good for Stoudemire. The Hawks trail by 6. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bazemore. He had 16 points in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte. Here's Teague. And again, it's Atlanta. Seven seconds left to play here in the second quarter. With 1 on the clock. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
For Miami, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. That free throw good from Wade. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Heat up 7. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Dwayne, it certainly looks as if you guys are having plenty of fun out here tonight. Tell us.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Miami did not hesitate to set the pace. They put together the kind of powerful run that every team would love to have, 10-2 off the tip. And it was enough. Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll...
Give it up for your Heat.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. D-Wade really playing well in this one.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Kyle Korver is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Cephalosha in at the small forward position. And here they go. Good ball movement here by Miami. And it's Wade in the corner. Here's Whiteside. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Scotty's checked in for Atlanta.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
Down low, here's Horford. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Horford's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Wade passes to Whiteside. The kick out to Dragic. Nailed from three-point land. Dragic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Heat.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Korver with it. There's the feed to Schroeder. Picked by Horford. Here's the floater.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Winslow's shot is off.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Scott with a screen on Dragic. Schroeder kicks to Scott. It's hauled in by the Heat. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And that kind of loss sticks with you for a while because they probably felt they were the better team on that night. They just could not make the plays down the stretch.
Guys, you know, there are times when...
Man.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard, a lot like him, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three, or just taking it to the rack himself.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on D. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
Timeout called the Heat. Last season we saw Al Horford rounding back into form. Good to see that after what had been his second season-ending pectoral muscle tear back in late 2013.
Exactly. I mean, the Hawks just had to bide their time while their best player was out. You saw once he returned, though, he makes a big difference for him.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. Horford was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
And thank you for that, Doris.
And for me, Horford, one of the most unappreciated stars in the league. When he's healthy, he's every bit the franchise player because he really has no weakness. He does pretty much everything well on the floor.
No good from Dragic. The Hawks trail by 6. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Horford with the screen on Wade. Here's Schroeder. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
And Horford, I mean, this guy does it all on the floor. But for me, his leadership, that's one of those real intangibles. And he's unselfish, all about his teammates, and completely focused on winning. So when your best player has that commitment, it has to rub off on the other players.
Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. Picked by Horford. Schroeder passes to Horford. Shot from 12. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Horford's got 12 in the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Scott dishes to Schroeder. Back to Scott. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. And now just a 4-point Heat lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Hawks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
And the foul on Mike Scott. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Miami. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Dang comes in for Winslow. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Teague's checked in, and it's sent back by Horford. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Splitter's checked in for Horford. Humphreys comes in for Mike Scott. Paul Millsap is checked in for Cephalosha. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Dennis Schroeder. The Hawks trail by 6. T kicks to Humphreys. And Millsap, here we go. Bazemore. Here's Splitter. And that's good. A nice job at the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
They swipe it. Fast break, the Hawks moving it up. Humphreys, no good.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim. Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Johnson against T. Miami grabs the miss.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Wade with no one around.
Give it up for your Heat answer.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. The Heat leading by 7. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. Johnson is out there with Stoudemire. And it's Johnson in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the 4 for Miami. He feeds it to Stoudemire. 5 to shoot. Bazemore grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 7. Outside Teague. Wants to get it to Humphreys and does. Johnson with the block. Johnson in the corner. Outside Dan. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Cleed gets the bucket. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Heat?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, we've put ourselves in a corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see if we've got what it takes, guys.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Wash comes in for Johnson. And it's Dragic in for Dwayne Wade. Dishes it to Whiteside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Heat lead by 10.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Teague drives in. Here's Horford, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. The Heat making a switch here. Winslow's checked in. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Hawks. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Horford, knocked loose, stolen by Winslow. Out on his own on the break. Here's Whiteside. Basket is good. The assist from Bosh. And now a 12-point Heat lead.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Picked by Horford. Schroeder passes to Millsap. It's good from long range.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Dragic dishes the Bosh. Tipped away. Here's Whiteside. That misses off the backboard.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Schroeder with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Now the dish to Millsap. And finished off by Horford.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Johnson left side. Clock at 6. And now Winslow pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Schroeder kicks to Horford. And it's blocked by Whiteside, but he stays with it. Horford no luck. Miami leading by 9. Johnson the pass to Dragic. Offline with his 3. Time running out for the Hawks. Horford dishes to Schroeder and stolen by Whiteside. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. Dragic gets the bucket.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Back to Horford. Unloads from 13. They grab their own miss. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around. Well, you know, one season in the books with the NBA's new replay center, and so far, so good. I mean, the replays are averaging about 45 seconds apiece, and getting the officials the angles they need quickly to make the right call.
And the Heat call time here. They're up by 9. A minute 42 left here in the fourth quarter. Allen's checked in for Tyler Johnson. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. It's Allen on the wing. Bosch, a screen on Korver. Allen with it. Now defended by Korver. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. And with the new replay center, the league also going for more transparency. People expect it now, Clark, and they're officiating.
Yeah, and I don't mind that. Evaluating the most scrutinized calls and non-calls of the games in those last 2 minutes, that's a positive. Things are continuing to change, I think, for the better in that regard.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're down by 9. 1:27 left to play in the final quarter. Wade, he's checked in for Miami. .127 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Horford has a wide open look on the money from 12 feet away. Horford's got 20 points. The Heat leading by 7. The drive by Wade. It's stolen by Schroeder. Back to Korver. Pulls it up. Again, the Hawks score. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. Misses off the right iron.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Allen for the 3, and he gets the bucket. And the Heat lead by 8.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
Wade for 3. Another miss by Wade.
Believe me, he's going to hear it from not only the coach, but his teammates for that poor shot selection.
And stolen by Whiteside. From outside the arc, Allen's shot is off. Now here's Schroeder. Wade is covering. Fires the 3. Rebound by Ray Allen. Now here's Winslow. From deep three-point range, no good there. And so it's Miami winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by.
Well, Goran, congrats.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside. He stepped up his game tonight, getting it done all game long and making the plays whenever they needed him to. What are your thoughts, Kenny, on his game tonight?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Hi, Michael. Dang. Bruh. Which Warriors? What the fuck? I hate Warriors. Huh. What a freak. Oh. Okay, all these foods. I haven't broke the promise here. What? What? Sausage Island? Dang, let's talk KD's out. The sleeps. Ouch. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna accept this. Yo, we take. Alright, cool. Thanks. Whoa, cheers, mate. And Team Joes for weight and weight ruptures. Wait, why? Why? Why Michael? Come on, deny it. From the signs. We dig. So, did you want to versuchen zurückzusetzen, doppeltick for anything? So my god, we dig. Come on, reply me. I'ma deny this in 2 minutes if we don't reply. Oh. I told Michael, I mean tonight this then. Okay. You meet me and I come to end. Do we go free agent? No. Team goal.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Everyone's in their seats here at the Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors look to grab a win from the home crowd here. The Heat log another stop on their travel schedule in today's matchup. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. So here's Miami's starting group. Dragic is out there with Allen. Then there's Howard. Then there's Johnson. And it's McRoberts in at the four-man position.
Oh, God. Then goes.
Curry kicks to Green. A three-pointer, no good. Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Gets you thinking, okay, he's back. Then his body betrays him.
Miami on defense.
All right, come on, step Green.
Last time out.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
And talking about Howard, always a perennial double-doubles leader. Last year, through the injuries, he dropped down to 23 total double-doubles. But that was in only 41 games. So the average over an 82-game stretch would have put him in the top 5 once again. So clearly,
whoa, pass. Come on, man.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
Allen's shot is off.
Getting back to Dwight Howard, I think he's at a crossroads physically. That back and knee issue is highly unlikely can be 100% for a full season. You just hope to have him happy and healthy for your most important games.
So it's Miami now. 4-point game. And McRoberts now top of the key. Dragic with it. He had 19 points in a win against Utah.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
McRoberts misses.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And he gets the
We get smoked.
Maybe they're still
We
working
get
out
smoked.
kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Johnson, the pass to Allen. And McRoberts now top of the key. Stolen by Thompson.
Yep.
Now the
I'm gonna
Warriors
smack
bring
it.
it up. Curry leading the charge.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, a quick two-game series between the two teams, one in each club's home building.
Well, looky here. We've got an inter-conference matchup. Always interesting to see how two teams match up that don't get a chance to see a whole lot of one another.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, Steve Kerr gave me a few moments to catch up with him. We talked about their defensive game plan, and he said, for Dwayne Wade, you've got to make him a jump shooter and not fight for his pump fakes.
Wow. Wow, ref, wrist foul.
Right by you for the dunk. Kevin, Wade known for that deadly shot fake. We'll see if they can stay disciplined.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Curry can't get it to go.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Here's the screen. Wade dishes to Dragic. Pass to Whiteside.
And one.
The foul, a chance for another point.
Aye.
They get Stephen Curry.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Savage.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Verija. Livingston comes in for Barnes. And George Hill's subbed in for Curry. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, great to see from
Wow.
Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the
Eight
breakout
upset
year.
backs.
Nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
And here's Wade after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Here's Whiteside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And the first one drops.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Now here's Green, who's coming off a 25-point game against Sacramento.
And of course, you cannot forget just how dominant his shot blocking was in that game. Just changed the entire complexion of that game.
Warriors have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. The dish to Azili. On the wing Hill for the three. It's hauled in by the Heat. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
No,
right,
I didn't.
He probably just thrown on as a broadcaster.
All right, come on, come on.
Anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love. But I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch four-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
And he sinks the second. And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value-utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better. While he's not an all-star yet, some of his total contributions on the floor, impressive.
Nice hit again. And Thompson with the nice bucket inside. Thompson's got 7 points.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Dragic kicks to Wade. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Dishes to Green. Green, the screen. Thompson inside the line. A tad short off the front iron. 9 points in the game so far.
And just a solid
start. Big A1.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wade drives in. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Miami shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And the first one drops. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Sean Livingston. That one Golden State's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Hill passes to Thompson.
Come on, come on.
Baseline J on the way, and Winslow pulls it down. Near the 3-point line.
Savage me.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really hurts you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game. Yeah, it's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin.
All right, come on, come on. Come on, force. I dare you, force.
How passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's at.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive plays.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Dang and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. And it's Howard in at the 5. Miami on defense. The drive by Green. Curry goes back up. Verjao can't hit.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Dragic with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Here's Howard. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 4th assist in this one.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
Stuckey dishes to Green. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Green's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
And the Heat call time here. And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what?
I have to go. I'm giving my brother Junior I see ya.